Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we're ready to continue with the epic. After all the Midsummer celebrations, once again, I think Midsummer fits better after you do the first, after you do Mordor Besieged, but before going into Minas Morgul, that's what we did. But now we'll need to resume our adventures with the Black Book of Mordor. So, since Gandalf is the one that will give you the quest for the Black Book of Mordor, I think it's fitting to instead do this now that we are still in Midsummer. I mean, role-playing this as Gandalf giving us this quest in Midsummer, even though it technically isn't that way. So, when you talk to Gandalf, this is what he will say.
King Elessar has charged Prince Faramir with cleansing the evils from Imlad Morgul.
Find his men at Fennas Gost, the dread door on the western bounds of Gorgoroth, and aid them with their mission. They will not be able to stand alone against Gothmog, but your help may tip the balance in their favor. Remember, my friend, Minas Morgul was once the Tower of Minas Ithil, a jewel of Gondorian art and culture, but it has spent long centuries corrupted by the Nazgul and Sauron's other terrible servants. None can say what dangers you will find within, but I trust that if any man has the courage to face them, you do. And when you accept this quest, you will automatically travel to Fennas Gost on the outskirts of Imlad Morgul. That's what we need to do actually. We just need to accept this quest. So, let us once again roleplay this as accepting the quest in here and getting the auto port to Fennas Gost. That's where we're headed next. Soldiers of Ithilien are hard-pressed at Fennas Gost, the Dread Door. So here we are, ready now to go into the Morgul Vale. First of all, now that the celebrations have ended, it's time for us to don once again our Citadel Guard outfit. We need to be ready for the fight. And as you see here, we are in Fennas Gost, in the western side of Gorgoroth. We came to this location when we were questing in Lingris initially. And back in the day, this door was closed. It was opened with the release of Minas Morgul. I always found kinda curious how you go into the Morgul Vale through Gorgoroth instead of doing so through Ithilien, because regardless of you going to Minas Morgul from Midsummer Minas Tirith or from the Vales of Anduin, Ithilien is the closest location. So I never quite understood why the devs will have us come to Fennas Gost instead. There's nothing we can do on that regard right now. So let us just proceed with a quest. Talk with the ranger.
We have need of strong allies. Dare not turn anyone away.
Be careful, friend. We are hard-pressed here, and attacks can come at any time without warning. It was at Prince Faramir's command that we forced open the Dread Door, and we paid dearly for it. Many of my brethren did not survive the initial attack, but now we hold it against whatever evils try to retake it. We will not risk dishonoring the memory of our fallen by giving it back. We established a camp to the west, and you may find the prince there. Do what you can to help us, for we have need of strong allies, and do not dare turn anyone away. Alright, I think now I understand why we need to come to the Morgul Vale through Gorgoroth instead of Ithilien. I had forgotten, and that's kind of a big part, that's in the source material, that's in the books, but I had forgotten in any case. And that's the destruction of the bridge that connects Ithilien with the Morgul Vale. When the host of the West is marching towards Mordor, they destroy that bridge so that no enemy forces can come through the Morgul Vale and attack Minas Tirith while they are at the Black Gate. So the bridge is still destroyed, we cannot cross it, and that's why in order to reclaim the Morgul Vale we need to go all the way to Gorgoroth and force open the Dread Door. I finally get it, almost almost 3 years after release, but I finally get it. So happy about that. Okay, well, we have the Black Book and now we have Ingold here as well.
Come.
Beriathan, I did not think to see you again. I heard that urgent matters took you away from the conquest of Gorgoroth and sent you far to the north. Well, much has transpired while you were gone, my friend. The Masters of Mordor have turned their attention upon the Dead City. I know not why, but their power has grown and whatever reasons they have for coming to Minas Morgul must be fell purposes indeed. We have come to stop them before they achieve whatever it is they seek to achieve. We found Faramir in good health, commanding the Rangers of Ithilien. They entered the Morgul Vale, and it is their design to cleanse the city of evil and reclaim it for King Elessar. Faramir established an encampment, Echad Uial, nearer to the city. If you should travel there, they will be glad to have your aid. So that's where we're headed next. So now that I finally understand why we're coming through this location, well, we just need to ride to the encampment and present ourselves to Faramir and his other men. It's been a long time since last time we saw Ingold. I believe it was in Dor Amarth, actually in the ruins of Dingarth. Almost 100 episodes ago. That's insane. So, yeah, what was Ingold doing? What happened while we were away? It's a very good question. For now, we have this. A picture of Minas Morgul. Oh my god, take a look at that. It looks so eerie, so menacing, so unsettling. I love it. I love what they did with the place, and I think in fact Minas Morgul is a great expansion. In terms of atmosphere, design, quests, everything was great. I had a great time the first time I did Minas Morgul, so I hope to have a great time on this that is my second run through the place. Really excited for what's to come. Alright, and here, before crossing the bridge, we have this glowing page. Another Lost Lore quest. You have found what appears to be a page of a letter. The paper glows softly under the light of the moon, its words written with beautiful penmanship. Perhaps you can find other pages in Minas Morgul and complete the story.
So much did we love the moonrise there, that when first I heard that Isildur had bidden a city built therein, I grieved that the Vale had been sullied.
You might recognize the voice. That's Galadriel. And the lost lore of the Morgul Vale is about the elves and Ithilien, the Vale of Ithilien. I don't remember a lot about this lost lore, but I think it's a very interesting concept. So I'm really looking forward to, well, finding the other pages and getting the full story, of course. And here we have, arrived at last. Echad Uial, we have a new deed, Scouting Rat Duath. 11 locations, well, we have the first one. Alright. Explorer, quests, Slayer, okay. Yeah, refreshing my memory. It's been a few days since last time I was checking that, since we did a Mordor Besieged. So yeah. First of all, we'll grab the Civil Master. And now, oh, Berigond. Let us continue.
I bid you welcome to Imlad Morgul.
Ha! Do I say welcome? This is not a welcoming place, and indeed it must be the least such I have ever seen. Even so, it is my honor and my joy to serve here at the command of King Elessar, for it was his mercy alone that allows me to still draw breath. My crime could not be forgiven. I spilled the blood of my fellows, and for that a guard of the Citadel deserves death. Because I acted to save the life of my lord Faramir, the king named me an exile and charged me with the further protection of Faramir's life. I do not gainsay the king's wisdom, nor would I, but neither am I blameless. I bear my guilt with me and strive every day to serve King Elessar and Prince Faramir. It is the king's command that Minas Morgul be utterly destroyed and the valley cleansed. I do not know how this might be accomplished, but I will do whatever I can to make it so. Thus do I welcome you to Imlat Morgul, Beriathan, strange though it seem. My prince has not found it easy to shake his roots as a ranger. Even now he walks somewhere in the valley despite our warnings. I asked you to find several places from which to look at Minas Morgul and at the bridge of Gulliant, and also to defeat our foes along the Rath Duat. Take the road west until you emerge from the trees. There is a short stone pillar by the side of the track from which you can study the walls of the city. Faramir intended to serve Gulliant, and you may find him there when you have accomplished these tasks. That's a lot, but yeah, we need to just scout as we make our way to the bridge. The destroyed bridge that we cannot cross, the reason why we had to go to Fennas Gost in the first place. And here we have Damroth. Oh, what? When was the last time we saw Damroth? The Pelennor Fields, maybe? Mordor? I'm not so sure. There's been a lot of luck today. Jesus.
It is not Terry.
Welcome to Echad Uial, Beriathan. Within any wood, we rangers know how to travel at speed while remaining hidden. I find myself much more at home here than I did in the barren wastes where we last spoke. Come, we have much to discuss. The wastes, oh my god, that's a long time ago. You and Damroth share stories and the account of your recent adventures. Then you will assist us here in Rath Duat for now? Good. You have not changed, my friend. I am glad to hear it, for we have need of you here. Did you think otherwise? Of course not. I'm glad to be back helping you all, guys. Dagoras. Awesome. And Thurindol.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
Beriathan, you have returned. I'll wager your journey to the north was a success if you have returned to assist us at this hour. While we successfully secured Taladurui, fumes and fire aside, the memory of that place still unsettles me. Borangos has remained hidden, but I saw tendrils of his thought everywhere, and his servants still haunted me. Now they are gone, and it is as if they never were. Where did they go, and for what purpose? Present matters in the Morgul Vale drew us hither, and I must leave Taladurui behind. I will try not to dwell upon it, but still I worry. Let us aid Faramir with his task here, and we will turn to the matter of banished Borangos when the city is cleansed. I am glad you are here.
Let us not tarry.
I should be glad to see a dead orc lying upon the road, yet instead I am concerned. The orc was not killed by one of our own. It would seem that someone hunts orcs in the Morgul Vale. Another orc? A mysterious friend? More investigation is required to determine if the killer poses a threat to us. Examine the body and search for more sentries of Minas Morgul. We must get to the bottom of this. And it seems there's... yeah, well, here we have Adodor. Oh my god, there's a lot of things we gotta do.
Strange climbs these are.
I am glad to find you well after the war, Warden. There is much to be done here. Have you seen, or perhaps I should have said smelled, the noisome flowers that bloom throughout Rath Duat? Some say they were bred by the Witch King to sicken those who travel through Imlat Morgul. I do not know if that is true, but it seems plausible. He hated us, and why should he not? We proved the greatest threat to him, did we not? I heard he died at Pelennor, and no doubt we had a great deal to do with that. Well, his flowers remain, and I fear the effect they may have upon the rangers. Would you be willing to burn any noisome flowers you come across on your travels? You would be doing all of us a great service, friend. The noisome flowers that we also saw briefly during our time in North Ithilien, and in fact, one of the herbalist dailies will have you burning these flowers. On the other side of the veil, of course.
May Faramir guide us to victory.
Ever since I stood lookout over the city of Osgiliath, my mind was captured by the strange wonders of the Morgul Vale. My eyes kept turning that way, for I had been gripped with the fear of it for all my life. ever since I was just a boy, and that was right and proper, for it is a site of evil and one should be wary of such places. But now Faramir has returned to lead the Rangers of Ithilien hither, and I must find my courage. Indeed I have, for I see now that the known evil is less frightening than that which is unknown. I see that Rad-duat is home to many varieties of noisome plants and fungal growths. This is nature, not sorcery. Some of the fungal growths spew deadly fumes which certainly pose a danger to those who travel through the valley. If you come across any of these deadly varieties, destroy them. We will all thank you for it.
Good. Yeah.
Faramir has asked me to continue studying the waters of the Morgul, but I have yet to learn what might be causing this corruption. You helped me retrieve river samples once before, might you do the same again? I am certain we will find the answers if we work together. Does a tributary passing through the city taint these waters, or does the problem lie near the river source? Would you take water samples from nearby tributaries into the Morgul and a sample closer to the river source for me? I would be most grateful for your assistance, my friend. Lots of things to do, and that's without the bounties even. The bounty notice reads: we need someone to do something about the orcs. Not just the rank and file warriors though, we need you to defeat the leaders, the intelligent orcs that give out the orders to all the rest. Those are the ones that have the potential to cause us the most grief. There's a reward in it for you if you can slay some of the higher ranking orcs, Morgul captains and workmasters. And lastly, the bounty notice reads: you want to fight orcs? You want to fight wargs? These are worthy foes, but they are not the worst of the threats in Rad-duat. Read on if you dare. We need someone to do something about the goats. These are not ordinary goats, these are dire horns. They do not customarily attack travelers, but lately a powerful beast seems to have organized the things into an aggressive fighting force. Perhaps he learned it from the orcs? Hand down these dire horns and their pack leader and make Rad-duat a place where we need not fear even the goats. There will be a reward in it for you, of course, as well as the personal satisfaction that you are not afraid of goats. You are left to wonder what exactly happened to this poor guy to be so afraid of goats. Oh my god, we have so many things to do. If I'm not mistaken, we need to find the orc corpse. That's the only one that we don't have in the tracker right now. And maybe we should? Yeah, maybe we should. Yeah. Further down the road. Nice and fungus. Okay. We'll burn this one as well. Here we have the orc. The orc has been freshly mauled by some sort of beast. And the sentries are to the west of here even, farther west. Oh, we need to destroy these mushrooms as well. And we need the sentries. Above all. This is one of the locations Beriathan described, yes. This is the pillar from which we will look to the city. The walls of the Dead City tower above you, monumental and menacing. Yeah, and the beacon doesn't make this any better. Oh, for God's sake. Awesome, one-shotted. How cool is that? New deed, Orc-kind Slayer of Imlad Morgul. Okay. New deed, Spider and Insect Slayer of Imlad Morgul. Alright. We still need a couple more sentries. Because even though we are moving to the west, oddly enough, this quest for the Orc sentries will eventually lead us back to the east. So yeah, the flow initially here in the Morgul Vale is a little weird, but all gets streamlined at some point, so it's gonna be okay. Awesome. We've been one-shotting a lot of guys. Now, seek out another Orc corpse in Rath-Duat. And yeah, that is actually really close to Echad Uial. So once again, I don't understand why this quest will have you go all this way to the west if it's gonna take you back to the east. But well, we'll do so. Now the Spider and Insect Slayer deed, that's 80 of them, and the Orc Slayer deed is another 80 of them. That seems pretty manageable. Fairly simple, even. Now, I think somewhere around here there's a cache, a page, or something like that. I remember very vaguely something about this sort of, yeah, the outer wall of Minas Morgul. There's something in it, but I'm not entirely sure what. Maybe a page, I'm not sure. But I just want to be safe. Not in here, but one of these passages will have something. I'm 100% sure. I just don't remember which one. Rare mortar chest. Oh my god, I knew it. Yeah, leave me alone. I just want this chest. Rare chests of Rath-Duat. It's the needed. Awesome. I'm so glad I remember this one. Because I think this is one of the trickiest chests to find. There is no quest that will send you to this location specifically. But there we go. How many chests in Rath-Duat? 6. That sounds simple enough. Now, if we open this, a lot of this will go into the carryalls, right? Heights. Yeah, a lot of crafting materials, and I don't want to keep all of them necessarily. We don't need to destroy more of those poison mushrooms. Not anymore. There's a fungus in here. Okay, well, maybe this one. Let's try and get this one. Awesome. Now over there, that's an enemy camp, but I think we'll get a quest to go there. We should. We might also get a few auto-bestow quests, but I think we should get at least a vector to that place. Else do we go? Well, that's a path that we don't need to follow for the time being, but we'll end up exploring that area eventually. And you see, here we have a second corpse. We're gonna check. Footprints lead away from this recently slain orc. Poor Zod. He looks hideous. What happened to him? Okay, well, here are the footprints. Anything noteworthy? The trail leads further into the shadowy hills. Well, nothing else it seems. Ah, some fungus. Okay. Another one in here. Footprints. The trail leads to a group of gruesome kergrim devouring bodies. Awesome! What do we have here? Your level has changed to 123. That's great. And we still have a little bit more bonus XP, so that's great too. You burned and destroyed many species of poisonous mushrooms that plague the Morgul Vale, but the threat is not ended forever. Their spores live on in the winds, and it will be a long time before the valley might be truly free of them, but you have made a start and lessened some of the danger. So we have New Deed, Quests of Ratuath, and Friend to the White Company. Earned friend standing with the White Company, that's okay. And Quests of Ratuath, 25. Okay, that's also great. The White Company. Is this one in here? Shortly after the coronation, yeah. Prince Faramir. Elessar also ordered the formation of the White Company, a band of knights who would serve as Faramir's household guard. Captained by Beriathan, the White Company would perform many heroic deeds on behalf of and at the command of Prince Faramir, especially within the dark vale of Imlad Morgul and the dead city that lay within. So yeah, basically all the guys that we've been talking to lately. That's White Company. We need to talk to Thurindol back at Echad Uial, but we are really close, it seems, to the dire horns, so maybe we can try and look for them before we go back. Oh, really? Fumaroles. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I think we will be crossing this sort of bridge later. Not a part of what we're doing right now. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself too much. So maybe we should be going back to the camp? Oh, come on. But it seems this might be one of the places for the water samples. The Morgul. No, not this one, it seems. We need to gather water from the tributaries before we unlock another stage of the quest. So yeah, it seems the best course of action right now would be going back to the camp. So that's what we're gonna do. However, oh yeah, it seems we have found the location of the dire horns. Was not my purpose, but here we are. So we can complete this quest as well. There we go. You have defeated the dire horn herd and their leader Skrythras, ensuring that the Rat Duat will be a little safer for the people who must journey there. The identity of the bounty poster remains secret, but you suspect he must have been a farmer, someone who raised livestock before becoming tasked with the mission of cleansing Imlad Morgul. His notice seemed to indicate that he was personally insulted that Skrythras had turned the goats into creatures of evil. Whoever he may have been, your work here must have eased his heart. There we go. Oh my god, this is such a great place for another picture of the city. Awesome. That's where we're headed eventually. And that's so exciting in a way. I know all the other members of the White Company, the soldiers and all, are not exactly looking forward to venturing into Minas Morgul. That's true. But I am. I cannot help it. I'm so excited about the prospect of going back. It's gonna be so much fun. Let us ride. It seems there's nothing else around this area, at least not yet. Nothing I can see. Ah, a fine shield for a dwarven character, I guess. And here we are, back in the camp. Wasn't that far.
Now then.
Kergrim, you say? I have heard only tales of these beasts, but they sound vicious and unpleasant. I am thankful that you were able to fend them off, but that is not the end of it. Now we must devise some course of action to deal with the kergrim. The safety of our outpost is at stake.
Let us not tarry.
The kergrim must congregate somewhere in the Morgul Vale, but where? What if they gather at the old Gondorian burial houses that our scouts spotted when we entered the valley? I shiver at the thought of those beasts feeding on the dead, but there are likely to be many good men laid to rest in those old crypts, and the kergrim will not respect their sanctity as we would. You should head towards the charnel houses and defeat any kergrim you find on the way. I will join you when I can. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I think... Yeah. I know what this one is gonna be about. So I think we can make our way there before the end of today's episode. Who knows, maybe we can even finish this quest line today. That would be great if we're able to do that. We need to defeat 10 kergrim. That shouldn't be an issue. We can begin with these guys in here once again. There we go. Okay, now we need another kergrim location. Okay, there's a guy in here. A couple, at least. Okay. Let us follow the road, I think. More kergrim in here. We're getting close. That was so great. Seek out Dáru Lagúrz, which, fortunate enough, is this one here. That's where we're headed next. Oh, the Darkhorn attacked. Okay. The broken houses of Dáru Lagúrz have been taken by the kergrim. What do we have here? At the broken houses of Dáru Lagúrz, the kergrim have defiled a sacred place housing the resting dead. Now it is a place filled with their vile altars where they conduct horrid rituals. Everything the beasts have constructed here must be destroyed if the dead are ever to know peace. At the broken houses of Dáru Lagúrz, the kergrim have defiled a sacred place housing the resting dead. Now it is a place the beasts have dedicated to foul rituals and sacrifice, and the beasts gather here in defiance of the solemn peace that once blanketed the houses. The kergrim here must be defeated or they will continue their foul practices. And we also need to defeat the overseer in here. A good place to sample water. Wait! Yeah, we need to do this here too. The water appears to be somewhat clean. Alright, we're only missing the northern tributary, which we'll get to at some point, I guess. There's a white in here. Yeah, it seems Garliff doesn't like this place too much. Can you blame him? New deed, White Slayer of Imlad Morgul. There's a deed for these guys as well. Another 80 whites this time. Artifact chests. Oh, there's a lot of things to do in Dáru Lagúrz. Let's see how many of these guys we can group for us to, well, clear the area so that we can focus on gathering the items later. Come over here. Exactly. That's the way. Nope. Nothing good there. I think we need to cross this bridge. But let us explore this site before we do so. Can you please jump? No? Okay. There we go. We're making good progress, I gotta say. What else do we have in here? I can't remember if we need to cross the bridge I showed you or not. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Maybe we do. Most likely. Yeah, I don't think there will be anything special in here. Maybe a rare chest, if we are lucky. But I think, well, there's a rare chest in this place, but it's on the other side. Come over here. Okay. Ah, there's an altar of sacrifice here. Good. Oh, there was an altar of sacrifice downstairs. I missed it somehow. But we're making good progress nonetheless. What do we have here? Anything interesting? Not entirely. Ah, yeah. I see the altar I missed now. So yes, this is all we can do on this side. Now we need to cross the bridge we saw earlier. So, okay, some of these guys have already respawned. That was to be expected. We cross the bridge. Come over here, you kergrim. There we go. Okay, the last pile of bones that we need to take care of. You have defeated hosts of kergrim in Dáru Lagúrz for now putting an end to their foul practices. They will likely return, but your deeds this day may cause them to hesitate before they come back and break the peace of the dead. One day of rest for the dead of Gondor hard-fought is still a victory worth celebrating. I would normally skip the fight, but I just want to grab these chests now that we're here. There's a lot of chests in this side. One of them is even a heavy chest. And this is the last altar as well. There we go. You have destroyed altars and bomb piles in Dáru Lagúrz. Those who seek to cleanse the Morgul Vale of the evil that grips it will give thanks for your deeds this day, for it is a beginning, though there is still more to do. There's always more to do, of course, but yeah, it's a beginning. You gotta start somewhere. Yeah, these tombs, Swan Knights. Well, not Swan Knights per se, not the Swan Knights from the Lamroth. The same model. But it looks cool. I get it why they used it, even though geographically is not an exact match. But I can see somebody going, yeah, it's too tempting not to use the Swan Knight modeling here. There's supposed to be a heavy chest somewhere around here. It's just that I don't see it. Okay, I see the heavy chest now. Nothing here that I'm particularly interested about. The heavy chest. That one I do. Not that special, but still something. Broglock, finally we found a guy. As Broglock falls, his leader watches from the path to the north. Shalgoth. You will not succeed in stopping the ritual, brittle one. That's the path to the south, actually, but... So he escaped, but there is a ritual. Something going on in here. Something else. More chests in here. That's good. Indeed, discovery Gorthat Nur, the deep barrow. You have discovered the end. Okay, these barrows are much older than those of Dáru Lagúrz. You have discovered the entrance to Gorthat Nur, the deep barrow, which is one of the instances in Minas Morgul. We just got a sigil for it. Nothing else, as usual with this kind of deeds. And Thurindol is in here. We'll need to talk to him in just a moment because there are a couple things we can get in here. So first of all, this, a seal. A strange seal containing the mark of death. You stumble across a strange seal bearing a mark of death, the seal of Echad Uial. How it was placed here remains a mystery. It seems this stone seal once was set in something. Perhaps an answer lies in the dead city of Minas Morgul. We'll need to start collecting these seals, even though there's not much we can do with them right now. But we'll need them eventually. We also need the rare chest in here. 2 out of 6. That's great. I don't think there are any last lore pages around this place. Kergrim Invoker. Yeah. This artifact chest, maybe. And the other chest, if you don't mind. Nothing I'm interested in. More crafting materials, and now here we have Thurindol.
You help bear my burden, friend.
Stay low, my friend. I saw that fiend you chased. Shalgoth entered the tomb ahead.
Now then.
These structures were not fashioned by the hands of men. The kergrims are more organized than the beasts you have encountered in days past. Whatever their plans are, you must stop them. Seek out the chamber in the barrow where Shalgoth seeks to perform this ritual. I will make certain that no kergrim enters the barrows to ambush you from behind. So, this is something that it's also very cool about Minas Morgul overall. There are many instances. Each one of those will have a quest chain linked to it. to guide you to the instance, but also linking it to the story, well, introducing you to the actual instance, the actual dungeon. That's really cool, and this is the first one that we have found, Gorthat Nur, the Deep Barrow. However, even though we will be doing the solo version, that's still gonna take us more time than what we have available today, so we cannot do the instance. So yes, this will be the end of today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.